Episode 19 of Arafta opens with a heavy, suffocating, emotional atmosphere that immediately signals one thing. This story has crossed a point of no return. What we are watching is no longer a fragile love story struggling to survive. It is the portrait of emotionally exhausted people who have been wounded in the same place again and again, from the very first moments. Silence becomes the strongest narrative tool. The tension does not come from loud arguments, but from what is left unsaid. Every pause feels intentional. Every look carries weight. The characters seem trapped under the consequences of their own decisions, struggling to breathe beneath emotional pressure. At the center of the episode stands Atesh Karahan. His performance is defined by guilt, suppressed anger, and deep inner conflict. In his eyes, we see a man who knows the truth but is terrified of facing it. This makes Atesh both understandable and increasingly difficult to defend. Episode 19 subtly asks the viewer an uncomfortable question. At what point does emotional protection turn into emotional damage? On the other side, Merjan Yildirim stands in a completely different emotional space. Her body language has changed. She is no longer waiting or hoping. She is protecting herself. There is still love in her eyes, but it now shares space with disappointment and emotional fatigue. For the first time, it feels like Merjan is preparing to choose herself, and that decision may become the biggest breaking point of the entire story. One of the most striking elements of this episode is the visible emotional distance between Atesh and Merjan. Even when they share the same frame, they exist in separate worlds. This discomfort feels deliberate. The series no longer romanticizes their pain, it exposes it. Side characters gain unexpected importance in episode 19. Nazir continues to represent pressure and instability, while calmer, emotionally balanced figures begin to emerge. These characters do not attack or manipulate. They observe and understand. And that understanding alone has the power to disrupt the fragile balance between the main characters. A major turning point is hinted at through the possibility of a long-hidden secret finally coming to light. However, this revelation does not promise healing. Everything suggests that the truth will emerge at the wrong moment, in the wrong way. Not as a confession, but as an accident. And when it does, it will not bring relief. It will bring regret. The episode's realism is what makes it so powerful. Music stays in the background. Faces tell the story. Every micro-expression matters. This is not a teaser built on excitement. This is a confrontation teaser. Episode 19 does not promise reunion, romance, or happiness. It promises consequences. As the episode ends, one feeling remains stronger than hope or heartbreak: inevitability. Nothing can be postponed anymore. And when the truth finally surfaces, it is clear that no one will walk away unscarred.